Get ready for healing vibrations because this Cancer full moon is going to warm your heart. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of what this full moon is all about in a general sense, and then give a more specific rundown of what this full moon means for your sign. And at the very end, there will be some important dates to watch for this holiday season. A few big things happening with planets that you're going to want to be in the know about. Our last full moon of 2023 is happening on December 26th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is a very holiday full moon. This is going to be in effect on Christmas Day, on Christmas Eve. We're going to feel it for 5 days leading up to the moon and a few days after as well. You'll feel it for a couple of weeks, but really it will be strong around Christmas Day and even into New Year's. If you are Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, or Libra at about 0 to 10 degrees, you're going to feel this full moon the most, but everybody is going to feel a bit of it. And this is just the most heartwarming moon we've had in a while. Cancer is all about home and family, and this full moon has beautiful healing rays from Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet that brings optimism, healing, perspective. It is abundant and expansive, and it is in beautiful angles, which is a really positive thing to have right now. There is also an aspect with Neptune that is bringing a bit more illusion, so you want to watch out for that. There could be a tendency towards too much optimism, towards over-inflating things, towards too much fun, too much indulgence, too much giving, too much love. But some of it might just be a bit over the top and not grounded in reality. So watch for that. If you feel like somebody's embellishing something, that is going to be the case, whether they mean to or not. That energy of wanting to embellish and wanting to overdo is running really strong. But Venus too is part of that mix, and Venus is all about pleasure. When it's in a nice aspect to Neptune, this is a wonderful time for creativity, a wonderful time for losing ourselves in the moment and just in the fantasy too. This is such a magical energy to have at Christmas time. When we were all children, there was so much fantasy and expectation and ability to dream and believe, and I think that there's going to be a feel of that in the air. There could be some deception, so just watch for that, and of course the overindulgence too. Mars and Mercury are together at this time, and that means that our words could have a little more passion and aggression and assertiveness. This isn't a holding back and reserved energy. This is letting it all out and not really caring where the chips fall. Mercury is also retrograde, so this is another energy where there's bound to be confusion. What is on our minds and what we think we're expressing is not what that other person is receiving. So be careful of that the words that we say might not land the way we expect onto other people. And that could be a real blessing or not work out so well. Regardless of the outcome of that, I do think that when we have an energy like this and words are meant to come out, we're meant to have a few slips, we're meant to maybe create some chaos and confusion in the process, because when we break through that afterwards and we try to gain clarity, we end up getting much deeper into what's actually going on. Our ability to say what's on our mind might not be so smooth. Regardless, this is a time to just express and have fun. A full moon in Cancer is about nurturing. It is nurturing ourselves. It's our inner world. It's our families. And on the other side of Cancer, we have Capricorn on the axis. And Capricorn is more about it's more Scrooge-like. It's repressed, it's stingy, it's cold, it's calculated. Cancer is warm and loving and fruitful, abundant. With a Cancer full moon, there is likely, and Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, also having some conversations with this moon, there is likely to be a balancing act between expression of love, compassion, nurturing, and understanding, heartfelt words, and being a bit more reserved, calculated, buttoned up. Capricorn is more about an image than the heart. It's about progress more than compassion. So where can you balance those two energies right now with your family, with your friends, with what's going on in your internal world? Is progress overriding your ability to find love and creativity and nurturing for yourself, for other people? Where can we find space to create more warmth? So keep this nurturing warmth in mind. Keep, just like all of the Christmas movies this season, what really matters is family and connection, and how can we keep that at the heart of some of the boisterousness and amplification of opinions that might show up around this full moon. Now I'm going to give more detail for what this moon means for your sign, but before I do that, a huge heartfelt thank you to everybody who is watching, liking, subscribing, leaving comments. It really means so much. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I love reading them and commenting. Now let's get in to more info about your sign. Hi Leo, you are getting a lot of blessings right now in your house of career and reputation. Jupiter is sending beautiful beams to this full moon in a hidden house for you. So this is an interesting place to have a full moon. This means that whatever is being illuminated right now is something that maybe was kept secret or out of your awareness. Maybe what's coming to light right now is still out of your awareness, and something is going to unfold over the course of this cycle, either the next 2 weeks or the next 6 months. Mars and Mercury are getting a lot of passion and action and movement and maybe confusion, but that's happening in your 5th house of pleasure, fun, romance, true love, really anything that you find to bring you joy. This also has to do with children. With this kind of energy there, I think that you're going to be feeling a lot of passion for pleasure, Leo. This could be super fun. Now, one thing to watch out for is for you, Neptune, the planet of illusion, is in your 8th house. That can mean that you are not seeing things clearly when it comes to your intimate connections or what's going on for you at a deep psychological level. So keep that in mind as you're having fun. If this is a romantic connection, if you're dating, this is the early stages of relationships, or if there's something going on with your children or creative projects. For one, creative projects, roll with it. This is amazing energy to get creative and make something really beautiful. But this creative energy has the same opportunity to be a little blinding, the wool over your eyes, so to speak. And because you have the moon in a house where there's also a bit of lack of reality, and Neptune is very active, and it also creates a lack of reality, know that you are not seeing everything clearly with what's going on for you when it comes to what your psychological difficulties are bringing to the situation. Now that is, you have Saturn there and it's going direct now. So Saturn is going to bring more clarity and more structure to that. For this full moon, there's a chance that you're not seeing the depths of the psychology that's happening in your intimate connections. But this is an opportunity to uncover that. So keep that in mind. Your motivation to figure this out is really strong. So ask the right questions. Don't be shy to, well, Mars is going to activate that energy for you, that you're not going to be shy to get into the deep psychological layers of what's going on. And with Mercury's assistance there too, you're going to have that energy to ask the right questions, say the right things. But Mercury's retrograde, so there's still a chance that what's going on in here is not what's coming out of your mouth, or at least not very clearly. I think that when there's confusion, especially because of what I see in astrology, confusion has a purpose. It's as if when we don't get things right away, we work a little harder to uncover the truth, and then we get more out of it. Whereas if it just happened really clearly and really quickly, it doesn't get deep. It just gets blown over a little bit. Brush on the surface, so to say. Venus is in your 4th house, so you are enjoying pleasure and potentially romance, but pleasure and beauty for you right now are in your home life. And this is also where there's a lot of positive energy to tap into some of the darker psychology that exists at the same time. We can't ignore that all of life, it doesn't, in astrology, we have this wheel with 12 signs where everything is compartmentalized, but yet not. Every time a planet is within certain angles to each other, it activates this connection of everything. And that way of how life really works, we're all these individual areas, yet connected all the time. So that's going to really help you. That was a lot of wordiness, but that's going to really help you tap into everything, the beauty, the pain, the pleasure, the illusion, and enjoy all of it, because this is an opportunity to find the pleasure in it all. The sun for you might have a lot of work going on right now. You might be focusing on your daily habits and which ones are benefiting you, which ones are not. The sun and moon in opposition, as they are at the time of a full moon with your 6th and 12th house, can really have you, this could be a grand finale of how you've been balancing reality and your checking out of reality or escapism. Which habits keep you too grounded in reality, and which habits are a little too not grounded in reality. That's the opposition at play for you. So I do see you being one of those signs as well that's really focusing on what habits are benefiting you going into this new year and which ones you're ready to leave behind. So enjoy all this Jupiter in your 10th house, Leo, and all of this action in your 5th house. This is you're going to be seen in a great light. You're going to be getting a lot of attention, and Leo's like that. And it could have a lot of fun connected to it. The important dates to watch out for are Mercury retrograde. So that started December 13th, and it runs all the way until January 2nd, 2024. So not a time for big purchases, signing important contracts. If you can wait for any important details, wait until January 2nd. And keep in mind that communication can be a bit confusing. Things are not always as they seem, and bound to look a little different when Mercury goes direct again on January 2nd. December 30th is the big one that I'm looking most forward to. Jupiter goes direct, and Jupiter brings optimism, faith, hope. It is an expansive planet and expands whatever it touches. So wherever Jupiter is in your chart, you are bound to start experiencing momentum and blessings. The big date to look forward to is January 20th, when Pluto enters Aquarius. It has mostly been in Capricorn since 2008, and it will do another short visit from September 1st, 2024 until November 19th, 2024. And then for 20 years, it is going to be in Aquarius, and you are going to hear a lot more about that one. So stay tuned. I hope you are having a wonderful end of the year. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.